Welcome to the Cabot Test Fence, where we put our stain up against everything nature can dish out to ensure it performs where it matters most, at your home. Today, we're going to cover the first step in any staining project, determining the state of your wood. We'll look at some common conditions of wood and weathered stains. After this video, you'll know exactly what you're dealing with before you start your staining project. First, we'll look at mold and mildew. This is the most common issue. It's often mistaken for dirt. It'll look like small, sometimes fuzzy spots that are gray or black that don't wash off with water. A bleach test is an easy way to tell if you've got dirt or mold on your wood. Hold a rag soaked with bleach on an area that looks dirty. Don't scrub it, just hold it there for a few moments. If the spots are gone when you remove the rag, you're dealing with mold or mildew. Pro tip: hold a rag with bleach on dirty areas. If the marks disappear, you've got mildew. You'll want to deal with mold and mildew immediately, otherwise it'll rot the wood surface. Cabot Wood Cleaner will do the trick and remove mold or mildew stains. Next, we'll look at peeling. This one doesn't necessarily require a test. Often, you can just look at your wood. The previous coats of stain or paint will be pulling away from the wood surface. You'll want to scrape and sand that off till you reach good wood. In less obvious cases, you can use a tape test to determine if you have peeling or a sound surface. Place a piece of duct tape on the wood surface and press down firmly. Then, quickly pull it off. If you see stain, wood, or paint on the tape, the coating should be removed. You may also encounter weathered wood. If wood has been sitting uncoated, or if a previous coat has completely worn away, UV damage will occur. A gray or silver color will start to show on the surface. It might also become flaky or feel soft if pressed with a fingernail. If that's the case, you'll want to use Cabot Wood Brightener to get the wood back to a sound surface. If the wood's rough to the touch, then sanding may also be necessary. Finally, you may be working with new wood. New wood may still have issues despite being new. First, a mill glaze or an active sealer could be present. Second, your new treated lumber may be wet. All these issues have a tendency to repel stains, but for different reasons. Mill glaze comes from the sawing of the wood and closing of the grain, which prevents penetration. If an active sealer has been applied, it will do the same. A light sanding will reopen the grain, allowing stain to penetrate. Freshly treated lumber, on the other hand, needs time. You must wait until the treatment wears down and the lumber dries out. Both of these issues can be detected with a simple water test. Pour some water on your wood and see if the water beads up. If it does, you may have mill glaze. If the wood is treated, you should test the surface every few months. Once the water penetrates the surface, you're good to stain. Sometimes you'll encounter wood that has an existing coat that has none of these problems. The coating may appear worn, but not peeling. It may have some mildew, but no rot. It also may not bead water. Surfaces such as these usually only require a good cleaning and a recoat with the same type of stain or a higher opacity stain. Once you determine what kind of issues you're dealing with, you can get your wood cleaned up and prepped for staining. Check out the rest of the Cabot videos to get professional tips and tricks for every step of the way. In your finished project, we'll have your friends saying, "That's pro."